Can you throw more light on Anthony Joshua, your advice and advice to worldwide fighters?
Yeah, I think Anthony Joshua, I think he need to detox. I think he need to he need to detox, and he need to not jump back onto a big fight like that. He need to get his confidence built back up. So I think he need to fight somebody. He need a tune-up fight, but not a tough fight. Somebody who's gonna give him a little test, but he's gonna win. You know, but you know, it's gonna be a hard work back. Just don't jump with your legs. Your legs were shot, bro. I mean, before you even got in the ring, your legs were shot. So that told me that something was wrong with you. I know you're a better fighter than what that match showed, and if you was on your A game, that kid Tyson Fury wouldn't have stood a chance. And the people who's backing him, I don't know. It's hard to say things that you don't have any. I know what they did to me, so I'm just telling you, bro. Look out for yourself. Don't let them hurt you.
Thank you. We have right here in the studio once a professional fighter in the city of Las Vegas and United States in general, and he's a person of. Can you a little bit tell us who you are and?
Oh yeah, my name is Tyrone. I used to be a professional fighter. I fought in Las Vegas, California, and it was kind of a rough business. You know, it ain't really the fighters that you got to worry about. It's the people that sit around that ring that you got to worry about. You know, it's a cutthroat business right now because there's so much money involved, and they're willing to do anything to try to let their fighter win. With their fighter to be champion.
Oh, wow, awesome! In course of your practice as a professional fighter, what are the things that probably that your observations, like things that needs to be corrected or things that needs to be amended in the system of boxing?
Oh well, things to be corrected. I think Floyd Mayweather corrected a lot of them. You know, before he came along, man, all the promoter was making all the money. Now he changed. He flipped the script on them. Now the fighter's making all the money. Well, he's making all the money because that's kind of why they kind of hate on him, because he took the game to another level, and where the fighters are making the money. Before Bob Ram, Don King, and all the Ludu and all those guys was getting the purse money, making all the money from TV and all that. And Floyd came in, and now he's making all the money, and they hate him for that, you know. And hey, don't hate him, you know. The other fighters, they need to learn what he did and follow after him, because he took the game to a whole new level.
I would want to ask this question regarding to boxing. Who do you think that is the best? Do we have like the best fighter in the world? Who do you fighter like
the best fighter in the world now? Yes. Best fighter in the world now is Floyd Mayweather. I mean,
okay.
You know, you can have your own personal best. You know, throughout the history of the game. My own personal best was Muhammad Ali. That's who I liked the better, you know. But the Floyd is the best fighter, pound for pound, in the world right now is Floyd Mayweather.
Oh, okay, awesome. In course of fighting, were you able to? Were you having a kind of like a welfare package, or do you have a system whereby you would want the professional body to introduce for the upcoming fighters?
Yeah, where they have something to fall back on after their
Yes.
career's over. Yeah, I think they should have something like the NFL or the NBA or any kind of professional athlete or something. They have some kind of pension or something. I think they need to set something up like that for the fights. That'd be great, you know, because then I think the guys who built the game should be able to benefit in some of that too. Like guys that didn't make all the money, like Floyd Mayweather or Oscar De La Hoya or you know, whoever it may be. I think that the guys who helped make the game should be able to have something that they can fall back on, besides being, you know, living from day to day.
Right, because based on my observation, you get to discover that most of these boxers or these fighters, at the end of their career, you discover that they had a lot of punches, and it tends to mess up their health wise. So
Yeah.
what do you think you can suggest that are going to be an input into the system that are going to like change things around? That's why I keep
Yeah,
emphasizing on that.
they need some kind of medical attention because of a lot of damage to the brain from taking a lot of punches and stuff. They need some kind of they got a center here in Las Vegas that deals with head injuries and stuff, and I think they need to go through that and take rehabilitation, because it don't happen overnight for you to, once you get out of the game, for you to get back your senses. You know, it takes a lot of I can't find the word, therapy to help these guys to move forward with their lives. You know, I think that it'd be a big help for them if they could find something to help them for the commissions and different stuff in the different countries to help the fighters to get their lives back on track.
Wow, that's a nice response from Mr. Tyrone Armstrong. As we all knew that he was once a professional fighter. Can you a little bit tell us some countries? Did you fight in other countries, or you just only in United States?
I fought in Canada and Sweden and just not that too many different countries, but just Canada and Sweden and stuff like that.
Okay.
In Germany.
Oh,
yeah.
okay, awesome. So you could see he was not just only locally based, he was also an international fighter. Were you also a member of, is it NBA or NFA?
No, it was called a amateur boxing federation.
Okay.
And then that's what I'm saying. They have no real organization that look over the fighters and stuff. They need to. There's no like NFL or something like that. They govern the boxing world. It's kind of like they kind of like on their own, you know. So that's about it. You know, they're on their own.
Okay. So I would also want to ask this question for those who might be having the interest in boxing. What's your advice, either to the young ones?
Well, it's a hard game. You have to find somebody who's able to move you to get you to the top. You know, it's kind of hard for you to do it on your own. You know, if you can find somebody to get you to the top, you know, for as a manager and stuff like that, then that'll probably be the best way. You know.
Okay.
because they can get you beat, man. They put hard fight after hard fight after hard fight, and it'll destroy you. So you need to be in a system where you're learning while you go up the ladder. And once you get to the ladder, once you get to a certain point, then you're the best that you can be, then can't nobody beat you. But in order to get to that point, you can find people who will throw you in there and get you beat, you know. So, but you need some protection. It's a protection game.
Wow, awesome. For the benefit of our viewers on this sportsmanship show, I would want Mr. Tyrone to a little bit give us some techniques for beginners. Right? You understand? Like if beginners want to like start boxing, like learning boxing.
Yeah, they
can you a little bit show us some?
Yeah, they need to learn the
basics.
They need to learn the basics of fighting. You know, it's kind of hard to show somebody because it's repetition. You have to do it over and over and over and over and over and over, and then you become, you know, good at it. You know, but it's not something that you're gonna do 1 or 2 times and you know how to fight. It's repetition. I mean, it takes years and years.
Yeah, I would want you to give us some physical skills, like right, as in how you could defend some of punches, and how you, as in what are the areas you can give punches that are going to give you a point and stuff like that. For those who might be viewing, who might be watching boxing, and they will actually want to know what's the game about. Like, how do you fight and you get win, or how do you get points?
Well, it's not about points. I mean, well, it's different type of fighters. You know, like a fighter like Mike Tyson, he was seek and destroy. You know, he was just. Everybody didn't know that Mike Tyson, he had one of the best jabs in the business. He slipped his side and he slipped to the side and he pushed you in the face because he hit you in the body. You know, so I mean, you know, but Floyd Mayweather, he fights a different style. He moves and he outsmarts you. He and his jab is very good too. But you know, fight game is a hard game. You know, and it takes a lot of practice. And you just have to keep practicing.
So, do you think boxing is what going for? Is it?
It's good. Well, they kind of destroyed the game right now. The promoters out there kind of destroyed it, and the main ones who run the game, you know, the people on top who might put you in the rankings, you know, top ranking, top, you know, on the Don and the Dons and the Kings, you know. They kind of destroyed the game for the fighters, you know, and it ain't that much fight going on now. They got that MMA and they letting the best guy fight the best guy, so that's kind of what's kind of like taking over, you know. But I think Floyd Mayweather, I think they're trying to get him beat, but they want to get him beat, but you know, because can't nobody beat him in the boxing ring, you know, 1-on-1. So they're trying to get him to do something like kicking or whatever, and just to get him hurt or something. They're trying to get him hurt, but they can't beat him, you know. So I think it's a trap. Them guys just want to see his record blemished because they're hating on him because he's beat Marciano's record, and he broke every record that's out there. So they want to try to get him beat, you know. But I think he's too smart for that, and I think that they can't outsmart him, so they're gonna do whatever they can to try to blemish him. But don't fall for it.
Now in Las Vegas, people who would want to have coaching and a little bit training on boxing, now you are a kind of you are out of the system. Do you have any setting, any platform that you could be able to amateur training for people who might be interested in fighting?
Yeah, I would say go to a local gym, but they all closed down for the virus now. But Big Joe, he got a gym. There ain't too many gyms around no more. But just learn to find out where you can learn the basic skills of fighting, and that'll carry you a long way. And then once you learn the basics, you can put your own little twist to it, And that's what I think.
Okay, so personally, someone who wants to learn how to fight, you can't be a trainer to that person.
Oh yeah.
Can you?
Me personally?
Yes, as in to train someone.
Yeah, I mean it takes a lot of time, and dedication, and if you're not willing to spend a lot of time in it, then it's a hard game,
Because most persons might be listening to you as someone who has been in the system and want to have like a mentor. You might see, most persons might want to say, or most parents might want to say, Mr. Tyrone, can you offer training to my kids or to my relatives? It doesn't matter. I can pay you for, as in to coach them, because these are things that you benefit from a profession which you actually engage yourself into. So would you also entertain people who want to learn how to fight?
I mean, I would think about it, but they got to be very. They got to really want to do it and really to put the time in it, because it's going to take a lot of time, and you don't want to waste your time because a person is not dedicated, So it takes a person that's very dedicated and with a strong will, So if they're willing to do that, then of course, I'm willing to try to help somebody.
So there is someone, Anthony Joshua. Can you a little bit throw more light? I've been hearing about him as in he's making waves. He has been like a heavyweight champion, right?
Oh, hey, he is that weight champion. He's a young guy. He's a very exciting fighter. And he's very strong. And I think I didn't really. He fought he was supposed to fight on Deontay Wilder. I didn't really like the fight between Deontay Wilder and the guy Tyson Fury or whatever. It looked kind of funny there. It looked like they might have done something to Wilder, because I was a fighter and something like that. I think they drugged me before, and the way he was acting, the same thing happened to me, And Mark Grilling, I don't think he had nothing to do with it, but because I think he really had the best interest for him, that's why he threw the towel in fast. But he wasn't himself. Before he even got in the ring, his leg was wobbly. It was like, come on, something ain't right here, and I don't know. I think something happened, and. Let's see, he was out the night before partying or something, which I don't think that's true, but it didn't look good. I think that, and if they did do that, if they did give him some kind of drug, I think you're going to have to take off at least a year or two. Your legs are not going to come back right away. It's going to take you at least a year. You got to detox your body. You got to get all that poison out of your system, man. Because don't come back and you're not ready. I know you might think you're ready, but it's gonna be hard.
Right, viewers, while you keep listening to us, make sure you please subscribe to our channel. Digital World TV on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and drop your comments from time to time on this show on Sportsmanship. We're going to be updating you of various sports in maybe athletic, boxing, American football, basketball, and soccer around the world while you keep listening to us. Stay tuned and God bless. Bye.